Dear students, the topic of today's lecture of organic chemistry is aldehydes and ketones of aliphatic line, aldehydes and ketones of aromatic line. Speaker, Doctor of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Professor Vilchinska Elena. Contents: nomenclature and isomerism of aldehydes and ketones, extraction of aldehydes and ketones, properties of aldehydes and ketones. Practically directed educational objective of the lecture is to study nomenclature and isomerism of compounds which contains functional groups carbonyl, oxo and keto group, extraction, properties, physical, chemical, biological, of organic compounds which are base of the medicines or drugs. Test. Which of the following chemical compounds contains a carbonyl group in the molecule? The correct answer are A. Formaldehyde, H. Acetone. Nomenclature of carbonyl compounds. Carbonyl group or oxo group in the leading position among the functional characteristic groups. 6th position for aldehyde group and 7th position of keto group. When two hydrogen atoms or one hydrogen and one alkyl aryl group are attached to the carbonyl, the compound is an aldehyde. When two alkyl aryl groups are attached to the carbonyl, the compound is a ketone. Nomenclature of aldehydes. Carbonyl compounds are the derivatives of hydrocarbons, which contain one or several carbonyl groups in molecular, aliphatic or aromatic. The E ending of the corresponding alkene name is replaced by -al. For example, 4,4-dimethylpentanal, benzaldehyde, 5-hexanal. You can see systematic names and common names of some aldehydes. For example, systematic name methanal, common name formaldehyde. Systematic name ethanol, common name acetaldehyde, and so on. Nomenclature of ketones. The E ending of alkane name is replaced by -on. For example, 3-hexanone, 3,4-methyl-2-pentanone, 2-propanone, acetone, acetophenone, benzophenone. You can see systematic names, common names, derived names for some ketones. Propanone is systematic name, common name acetone, derived name dimethylketone. 3-hexanone has a derived name acylpropylketone. Common name acetophenone, derived name methylphenylketone, and so on. Pages of history. Name aldehyde proposed by German chemist Justus Liebig. Name ketone from Old German acetone, proposed by German chemist Leopold Gmelin. Isomerism of aldehydes and ketones. Structural. Different structure of carbon chain and different location of carbonyl group in the molecule of organic compound. For example, 3-hexanone, 2-hexanone, hexanal are isomers. Structure and bonding. The polar electron withdrawal carbonyl group determines the chemical properties of carbonyl compounds. You can see some characteristics of these compounds, bond lengths and bond angles. Carbonyl group, a strongly polar and polarized functional group. It combines two atoms with strongly differing electronegativities. Results of electronic density displacement in carbonyl group, electron withdrawing group, nucleophile addition, negative inductive effect of carbonyl group in the molecular mobile alpha hydrogen atoms of the radical weak CH acids. Extraction of carbonyl compounds, hydration of alkenes, reaction of Kucherov. Friedel-Crafts acylation of aromatic compounds. Oxidation of primary alcohols to aldehydes. Oxidation of secondary alcohols to ketones. Hydrolysis of geminals alkyl D halides. Pyrolysis salts of carboxylic acids. Test. What is the name of aldehyde, which is a product of the hydrolysis of acetylene? The correct answer is C, acetaldehyde. Physical properties of carbonyl compounds are poisonous, colorless, or yellowish liquids with specific smell, solid substances. Chemical properties of carbonyl compounds, nucleophilic addition-elimination reactions. For example, the reactions with primary amines. Products are imines or Schiff's bases. You can see nucleophilic addition-elimination reactions for benzaldehyde, 3-pentanone. The products are imines. It's a mechanism of imine formation. You can see an protonated carbonylamine, O protonated carbonylamine, elimination of water. The product of this reaction is an imine. Nucleophilic addition-elimination reactions. Reactions with hydrazines, imine derivatives, hydrazones. For example, you can see reactions of imine derivatives formation with hydroxyamine, with hydroxine, semicarbazide, you can see reactions of imine derivatives formation with aromatic reagents, phenylhydroxine, 2,4-dinitrophenylhydroxine. You can see reactions of acid-catalyzed addition. Products: hemiacetals, acetals, hemiketals, ketals. Keto-enol tautomerization or enolization for ketones. You can see enol tautomer, keto tautomer. It's a scheme of base-catalyzed keto-enol interconversion. You can see removal of a proton from the alpha carbon, protonation of oxygen, enol tautomer as the product. You can see scheme of acid-catalyzed keto-enol interconversion, protonation of oxygen, removal of a proton from the alpha carbon, enol tautomer, base promoted halogenation for ketones, the Haloform reaction. As example, you can see iodoform test for acetone, acetaldehyde, and ethanol, alcohol. This test is answered by alcohols, aldehydes, and ketones with specific chemical structure. After heating, yellow precipitate of iodoform is formed. Remember, acids do not answer this test. You can see a color of the product of iodoform test for ethanol in aqua iodine and sodium hydroxide, and crystals of iodoform. An Aldol addition is a reaction in which both of these activities are observed. One molecule of a carbonyl compound, after a proton is removed from an alpha carbon, reacts as a nucleophile and attacks the electrophilic carbonyl carbon of a second molecule of the carbonyl compound. You can see a mechanism for the Aldol addition. Chemical properties, oxidation-reduction reactions or redox reactions, reduction to hydrocarbons formation, reduction to alcohols formation. The Wolff-Kishner Reduction. When a ketone or an aldehyde is heated in a basic solution of hydrazine, the carbonyl group is converted into a methylene group. This process is called deoxygenation because an oxygen is removed from the reactant. The reaction is known as an Wolff-Kishner reduction. Oxidation. Tollens test, reaction of silver mirror formation. You can see scheme of this reaction for formaldehyde, a great precipitate or silver metallic coating in tube. Oxidation, reaction with Fehling reagent, reaction traffic light, a green, a brown, and brick red precipitate. Reaction with Nessler reagent, a brown precipitate of metallic mercury. You can see three common tests for aldehydes: Benedict's test, Fehling test, and Tollens test. Benedict's test, control solution is blue, positive test is red. Fehling solution, control solution is blue, positive test is red. Tollens test, Control solution is clear. Positive test, silver mirror. Chemical properties, condensation reactions. You can see reaction with sodium salt of chromotropic acid for formaldehyde, solution of formaldehyde. A violet blue or a violet red color must be as positive result of this reaction. Page of history, Robert Boyle, English chemist. For the first time he synthesized acetone by potassium acetate distillation. Biologically important aliphatic carbonyl compounds, formaldehyde, ANS, acetaldehyde, vinegar, acetone, acetone fermentation and metabolism product. Biologically important aliphatic and cyclic carbonyl compounds. Citrus fruits contain aldehydes and ketones, octanol, decanol, piperitone. Biologically important carbonyl compounds. Coffee contain furfural, butter contain diacetyl. Biologically important aromatic carbonyl compounds. Vanilla beans contain aldehyde vanillin. Biologically important aromatic carbonyl compounds. Almond, cinnamon, and other products contains aromatic aldehydes. Lilac contain syringe aldehyde, aromatic aldehyde. Some flours and products, for example cheese, contains cyclic or uncyclic aldehydes or ketones. Biologically important carbonyl compounds. Preparations, for example, formalin, antiseptic, chloral hydrate, anticonvulsant, and many other. Biologically important carbonyl compounds preparations, for example, phenobarbital, anticonvulsant, nozepam, tranquilizer. Test. What is another name of the reaction of Wolff-Kishner reduction? The correct answer is B, deoxygenation. So, the organic compounds considered today are organic compounds which functional oxygen-containing groups, aldehydes and ketones, carbonyl compounds, which are used in practice and have a certain significance as preparations or reagents and solutions in medicine and pharmacy. Nomenclature, isomerism, structure, properties, physical, chemical, and biological, of representatives of this class of compounds are considered. Recommended literature for study of discipline organic chemistry. Thank you for your attention.